Have you ever wondered, what is the price of fame? Could it be your own life? When you open your life to the world, are you ready for what the world might do with it? Imagine a young woman traveling across America with her fiancé, filming everything, posting everything. The world watches her, loves her, follows her every move. And then she vanishes. Her fiancé drives home, alone, no explanation, not a single word. And for 10 whole days, nobody said anything. This is not a movie. This happened in the summer of 2021, and it shook America to its core. I'm your host, and this is the story of Gabby Petito. Gabrielle Petito, 22 years old, from Long Island, New York, a free spirit. She loved hiking. She loved the outdoors, and she was building something rare, a life lived completely out in the open, on the road, on camera. Her fiancé was Brian Laundrie. They'd known each other since they were teenagers. To everyone watching, they were the perfect couple, young, in love, chasing freedom. In the summer of 2021, they made a decision. Pack the van, hit the road, document everything. A 4-month cross-country trip through national parks, open highways, big skies. To the world scrolling through their posts, it looked like a dream. But some dreams have a shadow side. August 12th, 2021, Moab, Utah. A stranger calls 911. He says he just saw a young man hitting a woman on the side of the road. Police pull over their van. Gabby is crying. Her face is red. There are scratches on her skin. But when investigators talk to them, she says she started it. She says she hit Brian first. She's defending him. Right there, in front of the officers. The police separate them for the night. No charges filed. They let it go. That body cam footage, released later to the public, would be watched hundreds of millions of times. People asked one question over and over. Why didn't they do more? That was the first warning, and nobody stopped. August 25th, 2021. Gabby calls her mother. She says everything is fine. That was the last time her mother heard her voice. After that, silence. No texts, no photos, no activity on Instagram. September 1st, 2021. Brian Laundrie drives back to his parents' home in Northport, Florida. Alone. Without Gabby. Without an explanation. He walks back into that house and says nothing. His family says nothing. His lawyer says he's not obligated to speak. And for 10 days, the world doesn't know Gabby is even missing. September 11th, 2021. Gabby's family files a missing persons report, and America stops. Police begin searching. Volunteers begin searching. Social media explodes. TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. Millions of people trying to piece together what happened to this girl. Brian Laundrie, sitting at home, silent. September 19th, 2021. A team of volunteers in the Bridger-Teton National Forest, Grand Teton, Wyoming, makes a discovery. A body. The FBI confirms it. It is Gabby Petito. The cause of death? Manual strangulation. The coroner estimates she had been dead for 3 to 4 weeks before she was found. Which means when Brian drove that van back to Florida, she was already gone. Investigators shift their focus. Brian Laundrie moves from person of interest to the only suspect. They go to arrest him. But on September 13th, 10 days before Gabby's body was even found, his parents report that he has also disappeared. They say he went for a hike in the Carlton Reserve Nature Preserve and never came back. A massive search begins. The FBI, local police, volunteers, 25,000 acres of swamp and wilderness. For weeks, nothing. October 20th, 2021. Investigators find human remains in that same preserve. Dental records confirm it is Brian Laundrie. He died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Beside his body, a notebook. Inside it, a written confession. He admits to killing Gabby Petito. The case is officially closed. No trial, no testimony, no justice. Not in any courtroom. The facts of the case are clear, but the questions people carry, those never quite closed. Why didn't the police act when they saw the bruises in Moab? How did Brian's family stay silent, knowing Gabby was missing, for 10 days? And perhaps the hardest question of all, how does a man drive a van across the country with his fiancé dead in the wilderness behind him, walk back into his parents' house, and sit there for 10 days, saying nothing? Gabby Petito wasn't just a case. She was a 22-year-old who wanted to see the world, who wanted to document her life, who trusted someone she had known since she was a teenager. Her case changed the way America talks about missing persons. It sparked national conversations about domestic violence, about who gets attention and who doesn't. And it left millions of people with a question they couldn't shake. What are we missing right now in the stories we choose not to see? Gabby's story changed things, not because it was the first, but because the whole world was watching. If this story made you think, if it made you feel something, subscribe to the channel, because every story we bring you here is pulled from the real world. No fiction, no exaggeration, just the truth, which is always stranger than anything we could make up. Amnesia Protocol. The truth is stranger than fiction.